Okay, let's dive into this explainer. Today we're cracking open what looks, at first glance, like a completely normal book. It was discovered tucked away in a hidden European collection back in 1912. On the surface, it just looks like your run-of-the-mill, dusty historical text. But as you'll see, we're actually about to unravel what is arguably the ultimate intellectual cold case. When experts finally pulled this book from that hidden collection and gently opened its incredibly fragile cover, they totally expected to find standard historical records. But instead, a pretty terrifying realization washed over them. Nobody could understand a single word written inside. This wasn't just a tough translation. It was entirely alien.
Section 1. The book nobody can read. Consider this your detective briefing for our initial crime scene.
So on the outside, this artifact is exactly what you'd expect. It's old, it's fragile, it's bound in plain leather, it behaves exactly like a standard historical text should. But man, the very moment you crack the spine, the inside is completely bizarre, wholly unknown, and honestly kind of terrifying in how it literally defies all earthly logic. Moving to Section 2, inside the bizarre pages, let's look at the evidence. It is an absolute rapid-fire assault of the completely nonsensical. First, we've got these bizarre symbols flowing in an entirely unknown language. Experts dubbed it Voynichese. Then, incredibly detailed botanical drawings of plants that simply do not exist anywhere on planet Earth. Then, there are these mysterious, super intricate astrological star charts. And then, get this, whole sections filled with illustrations of naked women bathing in some strange green liquid. And they're all connected by these impossible, labyrinthine networks of plumbing. No way, right? For over 100 years, the world's absolute greatest cryptographers and historians have tried to decode this thing. Think about the Allied experts during World War II. These are the people who cracked the absolute most complex, top-secret military codes under the highest pressure imaginable. And this brilliantly illustrates the irony here, because those same unparalleled geniuses took one look at this handwritten book and were completely defeated. Section 3. Real, old, and unbreakable. Let's verify our evidence. When you're faced with something this strange, you kind of have to ask, is it even real? Well, the answer is absolutely yes. Carbon-14 dating rigorously confirms that the manuscript's pages date all the way back to the early 1400s. So the crucial point is, this is not a modern prank. It's a genuine historical artifact that someone, centuries ago, spent an enormous amount of time, money, and effort to create. Let's look at the timeline. Created in the 1400s, the manuscript basically vanished into the shadows of history. It wasn't until 1912 that an antiquarian book dealer named Wilfred Voynich rediscovered it, hidden away in an Italian Jesuit college. And from that exact moment on, we've seen over 100 years of total, utter decoding failure. Generation after generation has stepped up to try and unlock it, and every single one has failed. Section 4. What is it hiding? Time to interrogate our leading suspects. If this thing isn't just pure gibberish, well, what's the message? Let's move to and see how this builds our 3 leading theories. Number 1, some experts believe it's a lost scientific or alchemical text, detailing medicine in a completely forgotten language. Theory 2 argues it hides highly valuable secret knowledge, and it was deliberately encrypted because it was meant only for a very exclusive underground group. And finally, some believe it might just be the work of a lone genius who was way ahead of their time, recording concepts the rest of the medieval world simply couldn't grasp. We map the stars, we split the atom, we've sent probes beyond our solar system, we've unlocked the human genome. Yet, with all of our modern technology, supercomputers, and collective intelligence, we cannot read this one handwritten medieval book. It stands as this glaring, direct challenge to human intelligence. To this very day, literally nobody has fully decoded the Voynich Manuscript. It's totally cemented its place as one of the most mysterious books ever discovered in human history, which leaves us with this final question. Is it merely a forgotten science, or is it something humanity was simply never meant to understand? I'll leave you to ponder that puzzle,